Yo, welcome to the What It Do podcast. It's your boy Zell checking in. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in early. Appreciate it. Sorry for the late podcast, but your boy got a job. So we tuning in. We getting into it. We gonna get into this college. College starts this week on Thursday. I'm gonna get into some first week games of college. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into games of the week for college, just so y'all can get you know something to look forward to because the football season is here. So I hope everybody's ready. I hope you got your jerseys ready. I hope you got your colors ready. You know, if you ain't got the jersey, you know what I mean. But I hope you got your cups ready. Everything ready and ready to go. Uh, But yeah, so some of the games are gonna be for this weekend, and then some of these college games are for the first week, like the first actual week of college. So I don't have that first week. It's just some of these big games. Well, not big games, but some of the games that what I'm saying you looking forward to watching on regular big teams. And then also I'm gonna get into some HBCUs, something to look forward to just get into. So um so yeah, we're gonna break it down and we're gonna get into it. So let's get into the week by week games. So let's get into the week by week. So week by week, we're gonna talk about games that's coming up for this week. So hope y'all like the layout, new stuff. But week by week, this is week by week college. So first game to look for the first week is UNC, UNC versus TCU. That's gonna be this is Then we got Colorado versus Georgia Tech. Then we got Oregon State versus Houston. Then we have Crimson versus LSU. Washington State versus Washington. Louisville versus Ole Miss. And then we have SMU versus Florida State. So this is the first week games of college. So these are these are these are the games that most of the people are going to be looking for to be to looking forward to watching. Um, First game, um, let's talk about the Colorado versus Georgia Tech. Um, Colorado, can they do it? Can they pull it off? A lot of people are getting. You got Prime as the head coach, bringing in great players. NFL type players, but is it all is it all hype? Is it all hype around prime? Is it, can he win games? Can he get it done? Um, I think he can. I think he can get it done. The only thing that is maybe killing everything is the hype of the university, because they coming for prime. They not really coming for, you could say, the team. But can he win games? Yes. He can win a whole lot of games. He can definitely get it done. He can definitely make an impact, especially with the team that he's building now. Picked up a few quarterbacks, picked up, some good some good players from high school. So can he get it done? Yes. Georgia Tech defense, they Colorado may have a problem with them just on the defensive side, but we just got to see. We just got to take it in and see what they're gonna do. But I mean, I would like Colorado to take it and go a little bit further than they have over the couple years. And like I said, I know they building and they gotta, it's gonna take time to build. Him coming from Jackson State, trying to make an impact, trying to, you know, trying to show that he can go from a HBCU you know, to a big name school, and the he making noise. He definitely making noise. So just want to see them win a little bit more games this year than last year. They did pretty good last year too, but want them to get over that hurdle because, like I said, they do have great players over there. Um, Second game, Oregon State versus Houston. Oregon State. Um, I don't even think Oregon State got their quarterback from last year. So um, can can they do they have to step up more? Yes. Houston definitely making some noise on a defensive level, offensive level. They also got to get over that hump too. They having some problems a little bit, but they had a pretty good year last year. Houston definitely was making some noise, so definitely want to see Houston go crazy this year with what they got going on. Like I said, I don't. They playing Oregon State. I don't know if Oregon State is gonna do the same as they did last year, because I think they quarterback got drafted to the NFL. I don't think like a high. I don't. I don't think he got picked up as on a high, like first round, second round. But I think he did get picked up. So definitely want to see what Oregon State gonna do. But Houston, I feel like Houston has a better chance winning that game. Crimson versus LSU. That is gonna be that is definitely gonna be a game. I'm not gonna get into that one because I'm gonna talk about that one in a little bit. Washington versus Washington State is a rivalry game, big rivalry game. Definitely, Definitely got Washington for that game. They always Washington is always um pretty deep um playoff wise and all that. Always got a good squad. So definitely going Washington for that game. Excuse me. Definitely going Washington for that game. Let's see. We have Louisville versus Ole Miss. I'm gonna say Ole Miss. Ole Miss last year definitely showed definitely showed good progress, and they were winning games. They were definitely winning games last year. So want to see them definitely finish. Um, definitely winning games. Louisville, feel like they feel like they gotta build a little bit, but can they pull it together? Yes. But I think Ole Miss is gonna be the favorite for that game. I'm definitely going Ole Miss for that one. We had SMU versus Florida State. I'm gonna go SMU. SMU kind of shocked me last year. I'm not gonna lie. They quarterback definitely was definitely an eye catcher last year. Um kind of shocked me because really I really never watched SMU like that play. But last year I definitely was watching more games last year with them. So I'm gonna go SMU on that one. Can Florida State kind of pull it off? Yeah, but I think it will be a close game. I think it would, even if it's by a field goal or by a touchdown, I still think it's going to be a good game. Um, UNC versus TCU. Um, I want to go TCU. That's my team. Definitely want to go TCU. Um, I want TCU to get over the hump. TCU has to get over their hump. They can definitely win games. They last year I liked Hoover, but I think Hoover trade. I think he moved to another school, so I just want to see what they're gonna do without Hoover this year. But like I said, great. They were definitely winning games with Hoover. That's what really made me start watching them because, like I said, TCU they had some good years, but they definitely couldn't get over the hump for a little bit for a while with what they had going on. Um, and that was just finding a quarterback. I think they had everything else pretty pretty down packed. It was just finding a good quarterback, and like I said, Hoover was a good quarterback for them. Um, can can they do it now? Can they do it now? I think they can. I think they're gonna be all right. I think they're gonna be. I think they definitely gonna be okay with what they got going on. And like I said, y'all, these are first week games. These are college games. College starts Thursday for some and Saturday for others. So, like I said, get your if you are yes, I am doing fantasy. So when I am doing fantasy. So Not on this one. Not on this episode. Um, but when I do my NFL, when I definitely get into my NFL bag, I'm definitely doing fantasy. So please stay tuned. Bring your people through for the fantasy. I'm definitely gonna be chopping up fantasy. I'm definitely gonna be getting into points, trades, uh, injuries, and if you are not, definitely follow me on Instagram for the What It Do podcast, and more. I definitely post more on my Instagram, and that is the What It Do podcast. So if you want to see right now, I'm posting who's injured, who is out for a few months, who is out for the whole season. I'm definitely posting that stuff up. So please go follow. Please bring everybody to that page, and I appreciate everybody. Uh, but yes, these are week one games for college. Now I'm going to get into my HBCU games. Now we're gonna get into the HBCU games. So gotta give gotta give shout out to my HBCUs. So these are gonna be some of the games. Like I said, HBCUs, some of them start Thursday, rest of them start Saturday. So I am breaking down some of the games to look forward to. We have Alabama A&M versus Howard. We have Jackson State versus Tennessee State. We have Morehouse versus Arkansas, Arkansas Pines. We have Kentucky State versus Southern, and these are the games for the HBCU that that are the ones we have to look out. I think I have a little bit more. Hold on, yeah. These are some of the HBCUs to watch out for. All my HBCU people, please. I know y'all. I know y'all getting ready for some of these games, and I'm also gonna be talking. These are also the first week games too. So some of these are games that starting on Thursday, some of these games that starting on Saturday, and then some of these games are the first week of the schedule. So then we have Southeastern Louisiana versus South Alabama. I think them the top. Oh no. Then we have Alcorn State versus Southern Miss. So these are some of the HBCU games that's going on. Like I said, some of them start Thursday, some of them are this weekend. So my HBCU people, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all getting y'all jerseys ready for some of these games that starting week 1. So I definitely, like I said, I'm showing everybody love, not just talking big schools. I'm also doing HBCU, um, just all sports period. So like I said, if you miss some of the some of these games, but let me go through them. Uh, Alabama A&M versus Howard. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Alabama. I'm gonna go Alabama A&M. Jackson State versus Tennessee State. I'm gonna go Jackson. Jackson in that SWAT. That SWAT. They bringing that power. They bringing it. They trying to you know do what Prime built at Jackson. So I'm gonna go Jackson State. I think they trying to keep that ball going and continue the legacy of Jackson and like I said, what Prime brought to Jackson State. I'm gonna go Jackson State. Um, Kentucky State versus Southern. I'm gonna go Southern. I'm gonna go Southern. They always bring that swag. You know what I mean? They bring that swag definitely. So I'm gonna go Southern. We have Morehouse versus. Appreciate everybody joining. I do appreciate everybody that's tapping in. I'm a oh, my bad. Morehouse versus Arkansas Pines. I'm gonna go Morehouse. I'm gonna go Morehouse. I'm gonna bring out Morehouse on that one. Definitely say Morehouse gonna bring it. Like I said, we got Acorn State versus uh Southern Miss. I'm gonna go Southern Miss. They bring they bring a different thing to it. They bring a different plan to they bring a little swag. I like what they do. I done seen a few highlights from them last year, so I like their little swag. They got a little swag going. Um, Southeastern Louisiana versus South Alabama. I'm gonna go Louisiana. I'm gonna go Louisiana. Go Louisiana on it. Appreciate everybody joining. I do appreciate it. So like I said, these are a few HBCU games just to look forward to. Like I said, I'm just bringing all sports to the channel. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave nobody out. So if you, if you know what I'm saying, if you went to any of these HBCUs, I know y'all gonna show love. So I'm gonna definitely try to show love to y'all as well. So now let's get into games of the week. And so games of the week is, a few games just to, talk about or bring to y'all attention to look forward to, um, hype up, promote. So, you can get everybody on board. So let's get into the games of the week. So games of the week. These are upcoming games. These are first week games. These are some of these games are just big games. Period. That's coming up in the next week, week and a half. So definitely, Colorado versus Georgia Tech. Definitely a game to look into. Definitely a game to look into. Like I said, when you got Prime as your head coach, you gon' bring you gonna bring that attention. So you bringing that attention with Georgia Tech, that defense, that the defense can kill them off early. But you also, like I said, you also dealing with Prime. He's bringing that swag. He's bringing these new he's bringing these new kids in, especially the quarterback. Can he take on that weight of Shadur being gone? Can he do it? Can he get over that hump? Um, Prime also picked up some good offensive line, some good defensive line. He definitely picked up some more receivers. So can he get the job done? Like I said, I think he can, uh, especially with all the hype around him. But I think Prime can definitely get it done this year. Definitely winning out more games than last year. Um, he just has Colorado just have to get over this hump. Um, the first 2 years, like I said, he's bringing that swag. He's trying to bring that swag to Colorado. He bringing out the names. He's building up the school. Now, can he get over that hump and win these games? I think he can. Um, Next game to look out for um, is Crimson versus LSU. This is gonna be one of those games that's bringing out that's bringing a good college game. I think this is going to be a good shootout game. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Um, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go LSU for this game. I'm gonna go LSU for this game. But this is, like I said, I think this is gonna be a shootout game. This is one of them games definitely to look into. Definitely be glued to the TV. It is definitely gonna be one of them. Um, Next game is Louisville versus Ole Miss. Like I said earlier, I am definitely going Ole Miss. They definitely had a good season last year. Uh, so I think they trying to continue with that swag, with that winning games, um, and definitely trying to bring it home. So them are the three big school games. Now, game of the week for HBCUs. These are games that are these are the games that are is going down for Labor Day. These are games that you want to definitely want to tune into, definitely want to get a part of. Like I said, these are the HBCU Labor Day games. These are gonna be the talk of the town. These are gonna be the ones that everybody pulling up to. These is gonna be um, everybody coming in out of town for. These are the games. So um first game is Lane versus Alabama State. This is, like I said, these are games that are on Labor Day. So Lane versus Alabama State. Then we have Texas Southern versus Prairie View A&M. These are the games. These are big games. These are rivalry games. These are the Labor Day Classic games. So, Southern versus PV. Come on, y'all already know how it is at that at them PV games. Let's get it. Let's turn up for it. These are gonna be games that everybody pulling up to. So I'm definitely bringing, like I said, I'm bringing it to you early, so you can get everything ready that you got to get ready. So we got Lane versus Alabama State. I'm going Alabama State. Texas Southern versus Prairie View A&M. I'm gonna go PV because they also are changing the way of the SWAT. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to bring a little noise to it. They trying to definitely bring a little noise. And then finally we have Florida A&M versus South Carolina State. Florida A&M is um definitely one of them teams also. So is South Carolina State. Like I said, these are Labor Day games. So these are games that everybody pulling up to. These are the tailgate games. These are the big games for the HBCUs. So um, definitely, definitely games y'all want to watch out for. Definitely games that if you go to any of these schools, they are going to be talking about. So I'm definitely bringing it to you early. So I hope everybody enjoyed the games of the week. I hope everybody enjoyed the games of the week. I hope I was able to bust down some games so y'all can watch this. Like I said, some of these games are on Thursday. Some of these games are on Saturday. Um, so get your popcorn ready, you know, and I hope everybody is ready for the football season. I hope everybody is like I said, I hope you got your jerseys ready. If you don't have your jerseys ready, I hope you got your colors ready of your favorite team, you know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. Um, like I said, this is what I'm bringing to y'all every week. This is gonna be my breakdown. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope everybody have a blessed rest of the week. God bless, and your boy is out.